Hi, you two. So, for your Monday activity, you are looking at David Attenborough, and I've put a link on which will help you to watch videos and research about him. But I also bought a book about David Attenborough that I thought you might want to listen to if you don't want to be researching on Google. So, here is our first front page. Says little David grew up in Leicester in England with his parents and two brothers. His father was the head of the local university and they lived on campus, which was a great place for curious minds. David loved nature and animals, ants, birds, and chameleons. He was fascinated by all the species he read about in books and wished he could meet them all in real life. So there he is reading his books with his animals around him. He often went for long cycling trips to find and collect fossils. There was something amazing about plants and animals that were thousands of years old. If you can see in his hand there, he's holding his fossil. One day, David received a parcel from a friend with a new piece for his collection, a dried seahorse. It wasn't his birthday, but it was the day he decided to become a naturalist. David studied geology and zoology and obtained a degree in natural science. But he didn't want to just observe animals, he wanted to meet them too. David started to work as a broadcaster in television, a new technology at the time. He brought animals from the zoo to the studio and they were very entertaining guests. But David wanted to film the animals in their natural habitats, their homes. He started to go on trips all over the world. Whenever he went, he made new friends. He met turtles on the Galapagos Islands and gorillas in the African jungle, and when he visited Antarctica, he was introduced to all the new members of a penguin family. One of his programmes, Wildlife on One, became the most popular in British history. It was a brilliant show about biology that united audiences of all generations. Later, David was honoured for his incredible documentaries about life on our planet. He also received a knighthood and today is called Sir David Attenborough. Many animals and plants were named after him: a rare butterfly, a snail, a prehistoric lion, a spider, and even a carnivorous plant. Still today, David cares about the natural world. Wherever he goes, he encourages people to do their best to look after it and believes that humans have the power to preserve it. And little David still looks at the world as if it's huge and unexplored, because there are always new things to discover if you take the time to look for them. So that's just a little bit of information and a story about him. And then this one says that he won a scholarship to study at the Cambridge University, which is where he went to university when he was old enough. And he had to stop because in 1947 he was asked to go into the Royal Navy. Later, when he came back, he got another degree and he became known for his unique approach to broadcasting at the BBC. He filmed his first ever programmes in 1957 called The Pattern of Animals and Zoo Quest, and this is where he went to all over the world with people that worked at London Zoo, and they collected lots of different animals, brought them back to the BBC studios, and then the BBC would broadcast a TV series about all of these animals, but he didn't really like the fact that he had to go out and bring animals back from their natural habitat, which is where he started to think that he should go to their habitat to be able to look at them, which is when his planets, like Wildlife on One, Blue Planet, Planet Earth, Dynasties, that's where his idea came from, and that's why those TV programs exist now. So any extra information, you're welcome to go and have a Google. But as I said at the beginning, I read you this book because I would have done if we were in class. And I just think if you don't want to sit and Google it, you can read a little bit about this information, listen to it, and then as the task says, you can create a poster or you can ring up a relative and tell them all the information that you've learnt about David Attenborough. See you soon, you two.